Okay, finally worked. We had some trouble with my OBS, but now it should work. I hope so. I recently changed my hardware, so okay, I had to. Oops, twice. So I had to reinstall everything and set up everything new. So that was happening, but now I think we're all good. Just checking if I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Oh my god, I love you! Learned everything from you. Thank you very much, game creator. That's awesome that you learned everything from me. So what exactly did you learn from me? Rigging, animation, being funny, and Mandy, hey, Franz Fertig. That means probably hello from Sweden. Awesome. Happy that you're also here. I have work, unfortunately, but hope you have a great stream. Can't wait for you to take on my favorite Maverick. Yeah. I hope you mean this guy here. Let me just quickly. Okay. Chat won't load here, but it doesn't matter. All is good. For real, my idol. That's really cool to hear. Thank you very much. Well, just keep doing what you do and just keep practicing, repeat over and over again, then you'll get there. It's just a matter of time if you stick with it, what you're doing. So that's how everything works, right? You do everything, you do something often enough, and then you'll get good at it. If you play piano every day, suddenly you're good at being a piano player. So yeah. Please tell me also, is my sound okay? Is the volume okay? Am I too quiet or not? Is the music not too loud or anything? So please tell me. Also, Elijah Friesen, Armored Armadillo, and Stink Camillo were my favorite. That's awesome to hear. I think you mean the original characters, because for Armadillo I didn't create a Maverick version. Oh, so my realistic version for him, but for Sting Chameleon I did, yeah. You're amazing. Thank you guys. You're really too kind. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly wait if anyone else will join. So I'm gonna have some snacks. Yeah, so what we're gonna do today is a few days ago, I finally, after over a year, I started with the new Mavericks episode with my new short film. I released the last episode, which was episode 5, last year in September, the end of September, and it was awesome. But then I took roughly like 1 year for myself to kind of, I don't know, grow my channel, grow my presence in the YouTube and Blender space, and just experiment a little bit about my, like, what I want to do in general. Do I just want to do Mega Man stuff, or do I want to create other things? And I just experimented with with the rigging, for example, rigging tutorials, and like kind of growing that aspect of my channels and my social media presence was actually very fun and a pretty cool thing, because I think so far it's a bit of a niche in the Blender space. So I thought, okay, I like doing that. I think I'm kind of good at it. So I'll try to fill that niche with my content. And so far, yeah, it worked out pretty well, doing some tutorials, doing some educational stuff. Then some opportunities came with some collaborations, some sponsorships, all that stuff. I just wanted to try everything out and see how it is to be that kind of, to do all those kinds of things. New, like, interesting jobs also came out. So I guess there was a good decision. And yeah, that was like slightly over a year, and I'm doing also a course on making short films. This will be released next year sometime. It's going well, but it takes a lot of time. So yeah. But yeah, I'm developing currently a course on Double Jump Academy. So if you know this, they are mostly known for their Houdini stuff, I think. But they are also like trying to get into the Blender space. And I think Unreal, they're also doing some stuff. And I'm currently developing with them a course on how to create your short film as quickly as possible and as efficiently as possible. But this will be a whole like 1-minute short film. So the whole course will still take a long time. But if you're interested in something like this, then yeah, watch out for that. Other than that, yeah, I'm finally started with the next episode. I had that twitch and I wanted to finally get into the short film making space again. And yeah, so I started with first creating the main character, which is Flame Mammoth. So let's jump right into it and I will show you what we got so far. So just quickly prepare everything. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. And for today, there is no pressure. I don't want to be done with it like until that and that time frame, or being done with anything today. It's just I had nothing better to do today, so I thought, hey, let's just hang around, chill, have a nice conversation with all of you, and yeah, just see where things are going. And I show you a little bit about my process, how I take an already existing character and redesign them into this kind of realistic character. So maybe if that's interesting for you, then you're here in the right place. Gonna go quickly, something to drink, and I'll be right back. And then we're starting. Okay, and I'm back. That was a quick break. By the way, I don't know if that actually worked. So let me quickly check. I have now... Yeah, a little... you see under the chat there is like this little $ icon. So I can finally like also monetize the live streams. And don't feel pressured by any means whatsoever. This is just for me to, I don't know, just try out some new tools in YouTube. And if anybody wants to like chime in, I don't know, some support, then that's for that. But if you don't do it, that's fine. I just thought, why not? Maybe someone will feel generous, or I don't know. Maybe we can connect something with that. So if you, I don't know how this works actually. Oh, there's like the super chat. Okay, so if you do the super chat, then I can maybe, I don't know. You can ask a question and we will talk about it. I don't know, like priority kind of thing. I'm not sure. I don't want to like prioritize some viewers over others, but apparently that's how it works. I don't know. You just ignore it if you don't want. I just wanted to give you a heads up that this is now also a thing. So if you feel generous, be my guest. But if not, it's all good. Mandy, I tried out Blender for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and I felt like a toddler trying to navigate in there. But it was lots of fun. I'm now even more impressed with your modeling abilities. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's depending on what you come from. So Mandy is a good friend of mine. She's actually a Houdini artist. And you know, Houdini artists do everything just with nodes. And everything is like kind of this indirect modeling or creating concept. And with Blender, you actually move your hands to model things, but that means also that yeah, there are new tools and new ways of that you have to learn first, and that can be very tricky sometimes. But yeah, just keep going. One of us. Join the Blender family, Blender cult, actually. Yeah, well, so okay, so let's see where we are and what we're doing. So this is the main character here, right? He's called Flame Mammoth. He has the ability to like shoot fire out of his arm cannon here on the left hand side, and he has also this big trunk, and I believe it's like kind of like this oil or something like sticky that he can shoot. This is like a brown sludge where the Mega Man in the game gets stuck in. So these are his two things. So he's like a fire kind of character, hence his name Flame Mammoth. And he's kind of living or working, I don't know, in like a big factory where all the robots are made. And yeah, this is where the next episode will take place, in this big like robot factory. And I believe the stage takes place in like this what's it called, like where all the trash and all the broken things land, and they will be molten and used again for new production yeah, of robots, I think. And for that, I wanted his design to also kind of reflect that he's made to withstand heat, that he's made out of like shapes that kind of resemble what's it called, like furnaces or other like big fiery devices, if that makes sense. So yeah, that would be cool to design him that way. And for that, I took some screenshots of my already done model. So I have a already ready model that I created once. So this is him. Oh yeah, I took his torso for the new model, but this is basically it. I can show it to you guys. Yeah, so this is how he looks currently. So not currently, this is the old model, obviously without the main body. But yeah, so this is kind of what we're going towards, and so far I have created this body. This is still very dark. Let me quickly check. Oh yeah, this is way too dark. Let's maybe like this, 1.5. Okay, this will be good. Oh, a lot of parts. Hey, Mega Man X0. Nice to see you too. Yeah, it's been a long time. A recycling plant. Oh yeah, that is actually a better way of saying that. It's probably the recycling part of the whole factory, basically. Mandy, we also move our hands. But yeah, you're right, there is not so much modeling involved in FX, but Blender plus Houdini is a match made in heaven. Blender's amazing for modeling and sculpting. Yeah, exactly. So if you know both, so Mandy, keep learning Blender, and then you'll be like a perfect match to do everything. So that would be really cool. Yeah, wait, Flame Mammoth? This theme is like my third favorite His theme is like my third favorite in Mega Man X next to Storm Eagle, Spark Mandrill. Yeah, true. I think for me it's the same. So Spark Mandrill and Storm Eagle are definitely my favorite themes. And Flame Mammoth, I just recently heard it again. It is actually pretty cool. So yeah, I love it too. Looks like an Eggman bot. Yeah, he kind of is. He's super round. Yeah, so hey Douglas, awesome. Some regulars. That's really cool to see you guys. It's been quite some time, but yeah, I didn't know what to stream about. Recently, my last stream was about modeling Sigma, but unfortunately, if you're wondering what happened to that, I had to kind of put it on ice, basically, because it took so much time to create that face, and I was kind of a little bit discouraged to keep working on him. So I put my efforts into other areas, and yeah, now I'm finally having the spark back to go into the Mavericks game. So yeah, gonna do that for now. But if you really want me to create Sigma, I can still do that, but it's gonna be a little bit, yeah, there's gonna be some delay in there. Speaking of Eggman, I always forgot Omega is the only 4 feet tall. He's only 4 feet tall, and Gamma's like 7 feet. I don't know who Omega and who Gamma are. Sorry. I am modding the real-looking version immediately to this time. I remember you used to do the comic version first and then convert it to the metal version. Yeah, exactly, and I did. So this is what I showed here. This is the comic version. Yeah, as I said, the torso oh wait, there is actually no, that's his chest and his belly, yeah. His belly is too low, actually. Why is his belly so low? It should be here somewhere. Yeah, this is just a template, by the way, so it should actually be somewhere around here. This, I already like messed up the file because this is just a template. But yeah, this I did the same. I first modeled this guy here, and now I took the file and I am slowly converting him into the real one. So these are the original parts of the original version, and I am slowly converting them. So yeah, looks cool. I really like the addition of the tusks, but won't they get in the way of the trunk movement? That's a very good observation. So yeah, the tusks are an interesting thing. One thing that you can see here with the original design is that he's a mammoth, and what do mammoths have? Big freaking tusks. And he, for some reason, doesn't have any. I'm not sure what the reasoning behind it is, but he doesn't have any tusks. So I thought this is kind of like a wasted opportunity, because tusks would make him even more like menacing and badass. I believe there is even a design with tusks. Yeah, look at this here. So there is actually, I'm not sure how official that is. It looks kind of official. Nomander. This is like his Japanese something version, but he has tusks. And I thought, okay, that would be really cool. So it's not too far-fetched to give him tusks. And I thought, okay, let's start with it. Let's see how much space we have in his face to fit everything. So first of all, fit his trunk, fit some, like for example here, there's still some space for some tusks and these hoses that go into his like backpack kind of canister. So there are the three things, they kind of fit. So I thought, okay, let's go for it. Let's use tusks. And the tusks are very interesting because there are many forms and shapes that they could have. So I created 3 shapes, and maybe you can tell me which ones you like more. So let's start with the first ones. Okay, so this is number 1. Please vote in the comments, and then we'll see which version actually resonates most with you guys. So this is version 1. So you can see it here. They're kind of like doing like this little corkscrew twist at the end. Looks like this from the side. From the top, it looks like this. Omega Gamma are Eggman robots from Sonic the Hedgehog. Ah, okay. Yeah. So this is number 1. Then I have task number 2. So these are the ones that I just showed you. They're a little bit shorter, although the size and the length isn't really important. I will still adjust those depending on how everything works out. But these are number 2. They are a little bit more like fluent. Okay, I've seen them. Okay, now number 3. They are a little bit more, I would say, majestic. They are a little bit longer, and they also have like this very nice flowing curve, and they go a little bit to the inside. And as I show all 3 again, so these are the 3 versions that I'm kind of playing around with. So I'd like to know, so which version do you like most and why exactly? And yes, because of the trunk movement, that's a very good thing to take to like keep in mind, because yes, they will definitely be in the way if they are this short at least. So this version would be probably a little bit too much, because the trunk only has this little space to go in between. I mean, I can put the trunk inside here. So this is the original trunk. This is not the redesigned trunk yet. So this would be maybe a little bit too tight here. These ones would probably work, so there is enough space between them, and these would also work. But I can also easily just move them to the sides, maybe make them a little bit wider. Maybe like this, and shorten this part here. So maybe I can do it like this, so that they don't go all the way in. And maybe then from the side, you know what, I'll actually like this curve, that it goes again outwards. And also they can't be too close to the body, because he will also rotate his head, and while rotating his head, the tusks can't really like collide with anything. So this is a interesting challenge that I set for myself. But yeah, I wanted him to have tusks. So that's how it's going now. And also one thing that I also like kind of is this, that they are not super like this is like one like fluent curve, but there's actually some angle, some angularity or some angles in there. So something like this, for example, like this one. Yeah, maybe 2, but in my opinion, maybe just make 2 slightly shorter, but not too short, just a bit above number 1. Okay, so let's see, this is number 1. So maybe just slightly shorter, but not too short. Yeah. Mandy, number 1 and 3 look like they break too easily. 2 is more bold, which is cool. Okay, interesting. So these are, whoops. So these actually. I like 2 aesthetically, but 3 look good while keeping the face open for open trunk movement, making the animation easy. Yeah, true. Yeah, it seems better. Can you lay the trunk against the body as a form of context reference? What do you mean? Lay the trunk against the body. Okay, sure. No, I can't do that because they are not rigged. I mean, I can just... Oh, wait a second. I can just delete some parts that I won't be using anyway. So let's quickly delete these here. And I'm just gonna quickly just rig them without any bones whatsoever. I'm just gonna yeah, rotate it a little bit like this maybe. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, something like this. Okay. The reference is also very thick in the most hostile part, which I think is good to make them look stronger. What? The reference is also very thick in the most hostile part? What do you mean most hostile part? which I think is good to make them look stronger. Oh, you mean here at the end, the tips? Oh, you mean, oh, do you mean this here? Yeah, I could also do that, but I'm not sure. So I can definitely like make them also like this. But this looks almost like a, I don't know, they look like blown, I don't know, like sausages. So I can definitely make them thicker, but they can't be too thick because of his face. There is just limited real estate here, and I already made it as thick as possible here, so they can't really go thicker than the start. But I can still go a little bit thicker here, so this might maybe work. So like this. No, that's in the middle part, yeah. So I can maybe go just a little bit less, but yeah, maybe like this. Hey, Marx, you're also here. Marx, again, you're writing in Russian. That's too hard for me to react to. I can't really like copy paste it into a translator. So maybe you can do that if you would be so kind. Thanks. It doesn't exactly fit for a mammoth, but feel like the tusk should be significantly shorter. Missed me. Thanks. Significantly shorter, so like, no, these are the shortest ones. I wouldn't go shorter because otherwise they wouldn't have like this impact in his design. I really like that they have like this presence, you know, this threatening presence. Oh, you say hello. Yeah. I think for now, I like this shape. It leaves enough room for the trunk, but also they're kind of menacing. He could like pierce enemies with them. And I think when he would rotate his head, so let's quickly parent those things into his head. So when he would move his head, they can still kind of, they don't hit anything too much. But here he'll have his shoulders, so the head won't rotate too much anyway, so it will mostly rotate just this far maybe. And he won't he can't like move his head just up and down. For that, his head will be connected to this part here, which will, when you look from the side, it will like move forwards and backwards, and with that the head will move. So if you like this, you know, this will be how he leans forward, because he has such a rigid body that there are not many pieces that can move, except maybe also this part. So this part will also move a little bit like this. This will move, and the head will move with all those parts. So this is an yeah, one important thing that I have to consider in the design before actually designing him, because in the end I will need to animate him and do maybe some crazy things, and he can't have like some pieces just going through each other or just blocking the movement. When I got the notification, I thought you already made an animation about a mammoth, but you started a stream. Even better. Maybe base the tusks on the range of motion from the trunk. Yeah, that's probably the best approach. So far, I don't know how much the trunk will move. Also, the trunk won't be that thick as it is here, so it will definitely be maybe like this. So like those balls, kind of that sphere kind of shape. I think it's a little bit too much, and I will need to come up with some kind of alternative version that still is reminiscent to this design, but not too goofy like with just spheres, you know. Yeah, so this is kind of where we are right now. And so the last thing I was doing was creating his chest plate, and I was looking at some reference footage or some reference images, and I saw some pretty cool images from the Hulkbuster. So let me see if we can, yeah, put him up here. And also, was it this part? Yeah, kind of. So the chest actually is kind of similar. Okay, let's create maybe whoops, one more. So when you compare his chest here, so the upper chest, it kind of has a similar shape like the Hulkbuster. So I thought I'll take inspiration from that and maybe try to recreate this kind of shape, which I really like. But he has more of almost like a V shape here. And we don't have that, so I can't like fully replicate this, but maybe go in a similar direction just to see, okay, what can we do, how do machines work, how are machines constructed, how are they produced and manufactured, because in the end those robots also need to reflect the kind of sense that they have been assembled and manufactured at one point. Will the ears be static or will they move? They will move for sure. And I have some ideas for the ears. I did some drawings, and is it this here? Yeah. And I thought about this kind of concept. So this is just an idea. I'm not sure if I will go that far. So they need to be attached. They need to be attached somewhere at one point, and the usual spot is right here somewhere. So it can rotate, it can like flap back and forth, but everything else, I mean, this looks really rigid, but I would like him to also like move them a little bit more fluently. This will give his animation more like a dynamic feel, kind of. So I thought about this one, but I'm still not super sold on that. I also thought about like having like a rigid frame, and everything inside is more like a, I don't know, like a carbon, like a you know, like this carbon flexible but still very sturdy material. So that might be maybe an idea to go towards. But also he will also get in contact with some molten metal, so that would definitely not withstand that. So I think I need to go in a similar direction with the ears, like with this one maybe. So I'm not sure. There will be a lot of iterations from experience. As far as I know, this usually happens. So you start with one thing, and then this process like influences you very much in your thinking, and then you see, oh, this won't work, but maybe if I just twist these parts around, and then you come up with new ideas. And that's this like a gradual like inspiration kind of process. So you do one thing, you start with one thing, and then suddenly this inspires you, oh, maybe I could do this one or this one, and then it slowly it's like a refining process later on. Not gonna lie, I had the funny mental image of Flame Mammoth being built like the Hulkbuster and looking buff. Yeah, maybe there is one version with that. Those gold parts from the reference could be working nicely. Yeah, I thought so too. So yeah, I thought of definitely taking these parts, like those clamps or whatever. These look like they combine the back part and the front part together. Also this part here. So they hold everything together like clamps, like they fit together. So I like that a lot. I don't really have that here because the arms take all the space up here, but maybe I can still put like a seam somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, this is a definitely good idea. Yeah. On this chest. Yeah. The Black Power Rangers Mastodon Megazord might give you some ideas as well. Oh. Black Ranger Mastodon Megazord. Okay, let's check it out. Okay. Okay, I actually like his ears. Can we just drag and drop it here? Nope. The ears look actually nice. They look a little bit more sci-fi, but still... Okay, I'll show you. This is the reference. I mean, I don't have to take everything like super correct from that, but I think the approach to the ears is kind of interesting. So the question is, are these very rigid? Are they, I don't know, a little bit more flexible? Now I want to make myself a clay mammoth toy for the new year. Yeah, so this is one way also this could go, but I think I will definitely try to go with the Hulkbuster kind of approach. So let's just do this, right? Okay, I'm still gonna keep this part here just to not go too much away from the original design, because in the past there was a lot of, like a lot, not really a lot, but some comments saying the design is too different from the original. Some said the design is too close, so it doesn't feel original. So yeah, always trying to find that middle ground. So yeah, I'll just try to get this chest done, and also I will just hide the tusks for now. Also, yeah, I with the head, somehow with everything here, kind of reminded me of like a skull. So I actually modeled like a skull shape for his head, and he has like this kind of mask bolted to the head. It kind of looks like, it reminds me of something, but I'm not sure. Like Bane? No, not Bane. Okay, maybe you see it. There is some kind of pop culture character that looks like this. Oh, I think it's Jason X. Okay, wait, let me see. And that was not intentional. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, kinda. Oh, here, especially. Okay, this is just a coincidence, but it kind of looks like the mask from Jason X. Maybe you see it. Ah, damn it. Kinda. What do you think? Oh no, and also, okay, I remember also one thing that it reminds me. What was his name? Karl Ruprecht from Hellboy. And when he takes off his mask, slight spoiler for Hellboy, if you haven't seen the 20-year-old movie, this guy. A little bit, yeah, but okay, that's it. So, oh, also one thing I wanted to adjust were the eyes, because I think, or the eye, this eye shape, because I think his eyes have this triangular shape, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say iconic, but it makes very much for his face design, and I don't want to go too much in a different direction. So I think I will try to have these kind of triangular shapes to be still there in his mask. So I will see if I can kind of maybe emphasize this a little bit. Nope. I can crease it a little bit. Oh, and also vertex. No, that's a little bit too much. Nope. Okay. Let's go back. Or I have to put these parts a little bit higher. Not sure I can achieve that, because the subdivision modifier does everything his way. Okay, so at least that's a starting point. But that's still too much for sure. And also, yeah, that's... Yeah, this will help, I think. Okay. But I'm not sure if this will overall make his face look like this. A little bit, but I think then the inside has to be way darker. Let's see, not that I destroyed the topology too much here, but so far, yeah, this one, for example. Oh, that's actually fine. Mega Man X was my very first game in the 90s on Super Nintendo. Yeah, same. I think, no, mine was probably Super Mario World, because that came with the Super Nintendo, but Mega Man X was the next game I bought for that. Checked out your channel also. Nice work. Thanks a lot. Hey, Zaku from Gundam would be a cool reference for those. Zaku Gundam. I mean, in the end, it's also like a Big Mac. Not a Big Mac, a Big Mac. Mecha. Yeah, everything's kind of very similar. So it's a giant robot, so I'm not sure how I can come up with something very original here. But I think the eyes could work like this if I make them darker. Let's see if I can bring some artificial darkness to the inside. So let's see. I'm just gonna quickly assign a black material just to see how it looks. Yeah, I mean, I think he needs all the other features just to see if everything works together. But yeah, for now, well, oh, it also didn't add so much darkness. So maybe I could leave that out. It's still very dark inside. And also I need to see if I can move the eyes way back. Maybe the eyes also need to be like more triangle shaped. I don't know. Be a little bit more on the top. No, that looks goofy. We'll see, we'll see. Very niche, but when you talked about the ears, I had to think of this chainmail dress by Paco Rabanne. What? Okay, I actually found something that looks like this. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so maybe I can show it to the others. Do you mean this one here? So the ears could be made of something like this. Yeah, maybe they could then just flop around, like just be... I don't know, I would like them to have some kind of purpose, not just be attached and just float around like jewelry, you know? They should have some kind of purpose and be like that he can steer them very like on purpose. I would imagine him using those to actually fan some to cool himself off. Because he's constantly in like this heat surrounding or this heat environment. I don't know. This reminds me when I would watch my dad model stuff on Blender. Oh, your dad also is using Blender? What is he doing? Hello, I'm new to your channel. How many years of experience do you have working with Blender? Almost 6 now. In March, this will be my 6th year. So I started in COVID, as many other people also. There are so many cool metal fabrics in haute couture. I know it was a little off topic, but sometimes also cool source for inspiration. No, definitely. There is no wrong like idea or inspiration. It's like brainstorming, right? You just come up with ideas, but these can lead to other ideas that you never thought of. So yeah. It could be like exhausts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so for example here, this could be actually like holes, and all the heat that he's storing inside could go through his head and out of those holes. That's actually a good idea. That sounds like that would work. But still, would they be flexible enough? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Exhaust is an interesting topic. Speaking of exhaust, I also wanted to give him like this big exhaust on the back that also creates some, I don't know if it should shoot flames or something, but something that he can now, when he gets angry, that smoke and flames go out of his back somehow. Because he will get angry in the short film, and I want it to be like super epic, like something he like exhausts something. And I thought being there on the back, because when he exhausts like heat or smoke from the ears, it would look probably unintentionally funny, like someone who's just like super angry in cartoons, and that smoke comes out of their ears. So I need to think about that, but it's definitely a good approach. Movable solar panels. Yeah, I thought about that too. but in the end he lives in a very closed environment, so I'm not sure if that would make any kind of sense. But yeah, solar panels actually is a thought that I also had once. I understand that I'm asking for the impossible, but you were thinking about inventing not just the exterior but also the interior. You mean from his body? Yeah, he will definitely have an interior. Like with the other characters, they also have some kind of mechanisms inside, but these come after the main proportions and the main designers kind of figured out. So, but yeah, he will definitely have an interior, and you're not asking for the impossible. Yeah, they need to be more rigid. For example, make an oil compartment and a fire generator for the Mammoth. Obviously, this won't be visible inside the model, but it sounds like an interesting experiment. That's actually a good good observation. So yeah, with the others, I also thought about things like that. For example, Spark Mandrill, he has like those big shoulders that are basically electric coils. They create energy, and the energy is kind of connected to his little backpack. And then from his backpack are going more wires into his hands where the energy is released. So I like to think about the actual like working of those machines, like how would everything work. And this is exactly something that I also thought about. Like, okay, he's like shooting fire. Where is this fire come from? There must be some kind of liquid or gas that he's exhausting. Where is this coming from? And he has, I can show you on his back, he has like this big canisters, and these basically function as like the source for that. So these are some like official drawings, and as you can see, these would be kind of the source for the fuel and the everything that he's like shooting, basically. So compartment, an oil compartment. So this would probably be the oil compartment that you're talking about. Fire generator, yeah, and the fire generator, he definitely needs to have something inside that kind of works like this. And I imagine him being like this kind of furnace. So because he's so bulky, I thought of making his, I actually have this also in a drawing here. I wrote even here furnace, because I wanted his belly to be like those kind of grids, but with little holes inside that you can see something glowing inside him, that there's some kind of fire or some kind of chemical process that is creating fire, sparks, yeah, everything that has to do with fire, explosions, smoke, gas, oil, everything is happening with him. So yeah, these are some things that I definitely want to incorporate into his design. Just like real elephants, I think the best use for the ears would be heat vents. Could even flare up when angry. Yeah, so the ears, like they make sense to be some kind of heat, like yeah, like a heat vent. Maybe they could also have like this kind of like a grid pattern, so that there are actually some holes where the heat can be spewed out. Something like this here. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I should go in that direction for sure. Another funny thought I had, but I wonder how many times Flame Mammoth has heard people call him Dumbo. Probably a lot. If in that time Dumbo's still known. Oh, I love the exhaust idea. Steam coming out from them could also be cool. Not me being totally biased. Be right back. My dinner's here and I'm starving. You're doing amazing so far. Thank you very much. Hello, I just discovered you and I'm so excited. My channel is Aaron Big Glue. Okay, thanks a lot. Just gonna quickly check it out. Aaron, hey, I see your face. Nice. Whoa, 12,000. Oh, you are huge, dude. What are you doing? Mechanical 3D modeling, After Effects animation. Nice. cool. Not too far from what I'm doing. So a lot of hard surface modeling, cars, and some mechanical stuff. Very cool stuff. Thanks a lot for sharing your channel. So if you don't mind, I can also link to your channel here so that everybody can enjoy it, hopefully. You can make the ears like this. Take one vertex and draw the shape of the ear, then use the bevel modifier to multiply the cylinders to cut them out with a Boolean mark. Wait, what? Bevel modifier to multiply the cylinders. Cut them out. I mean, I don't have a problem to model the ears, so the modeling part is not the difficulty. The difficulty is to make them make sense in a real environment. But thanks for the approach. They look like they could be segmented, could be layered. They might not be able to flap, but you could have the extend and contract to get some sort of movement. Blender 5.0 so far is good for you. Any bug or weird stuff happening? So yeah, this is Blender 5.0, the newest version, and I've been using it just for 1 or 2 days. So far nothing weird happened, but so far I like it a lot. The performance is great and everything's working well so far. So I have nothing to report yet. I'm a mechanical designer and I was very excited when I saw your work. I'm not following you. Awesome, thank you very much. For this boss stage, you could add a solar mirror and collecting tower. Solar mirror. Yeah, we won't see the outside of the stage, so I'm not sure if that will be relevant. With his Maverick Hunter X model, the ears appear to be made of yellow panels. Oh wait, that's a great idea to check. So Maverick Hunter X is like a remake. It's a PSP remake, I believe, and he has a slightly different design. So let's check it out. Where is it? Where is it? Where did I put it? Damn it. There he is. Okay. So this is his Maverick Hunter X design. Yellow panels. Yes, so interesting approach. I mean, they don't have to be super faithful to the original drawing that I just had. Where is he? There he is. So these are basically a little bit more flat. They appear to be flat. Or wait, the drawing shows them from both sides. So yeah, they kind of seem flat, especially also from the back. But here they are almost like a bowl, or almost like a tube that has some cut-in parts. So this is actually an interesting approach. I wonder if this could also work. I need to see them moving. Because he's animated. I actually like this approach a lot. Oh, there's some interesting fan art of him with tusks. Look at that. Whoops, nope, not this one. That looks interesting. I think that's fan art. Okay, that's funny. That's from a tweet that someone wrote. Next up in my Mega Man X series, I give you a Flame Mammoth, tusks and all. Who wants to see a tuskless mammoth anyways? That's just an elephant. Yes, exactly. That's my mindset too. So awesome that I can show you here. Who wants to see a tuskless mammoth? Yeah, exactly. Awesome, new best friend. Oh wait, I'm actually following this guy already. Okay, no wonder. We already see eye to eye. Yeah, so this is actually, oh, interesting. The pipes go, so these pipes here go actually into the mound of the tusks. Okay, that's an interesting approach for sure. Other than that, oh, I like the seam here. That looks pretty cool. And the ears, yeah, but the ears, can't really tell what they are. But I really like, the more I look at this approach, the more I really like it. So maybe I'll go for something in that area. But so far, we're not there. I've been live for an hour and I didn't move a single vertex. Okay, maybe the eyes a little bit. But other than that, I almost didn't do anything. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, that's not the main thing why I'm here. I just wanna, looks like a little, not sure if I like this. Yeah, so this looks like it's bent in a, and it's not supposed to be like that. I think I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna leave it like it is for now. Yeah, so let's go with the chest. So let's see what we can do. So let's take the Hulkbuster. Yeah, so this is a good approach, and this one here. So far I hope you are all well. Oh, by the way, my mechanical rigging course is currently on sale. So if you're interested in learning like mechanical rigging, creating like robot movement, stuff like this, please check it out, because it's so far it's pretty cool, I must say. Just saying. Just have to do some shameless self-promotion, obviously. So yeah, Black Week, Black Friday, that kind of deal. So it's 30% off. So if you'd like to do that, please do. The combined trooper masks from Half-Life are also very similar to his faceplate. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's very similar to a gas mask, or like a mask for gas or radiation or something. But I think the tusks actually make it a little bit more unique. Okay, chest. Let's see how we can do that. So I'd like to keep this here also, but are you going to finish this model today? I'm sorry, no. Usually it takes me roughly 3 to 4 weeks to finish this model with all its like details and everything. This is just, streams are not for efficiency, and streams I barely get anything done because of the talking and the doing and answering questions, stuff like this. So unfortunately not, but you already gave me a lot of ideas, so the stream is mostly for I don't know, like inspiration and seeing what you think would look cool or not, making a decision with the tusks, for example, or with his chest and with the ears also. So yeah, unfortunately this won't be done today. Yes, so the Hulk bust. So this kind of angle, you know what, first I'm gonna create a seam. Where could the seam be? So the seam could go here, just like this, but also on the shoulders, or I could maybe make it here. Let me see. Yeah, to be like here, and then I would create some kind of those little gaps where the other parts will go. Let me just quickly I think in my asset browser I would have some interesting parts for that. So these are my assets that I usually use for the mechanical insights and stuff like that. And oh, look at this. This could work. It's a little bit big, but yeah, something like this could work. Or yeah, modeling takes a long time. When my dad was a beginner, he was struggling to make a fish. Me and my siblings were laughing our heads off watching him make mistakes. Yeah, that's also part of the whole process. Oh, this looks cool. Oh, these could actually work very well. So as like those clamps. You know, so those here. This looks also, oh, this looks also pretty cool. To decide on these. Have you thought about the tusk getting red hot from heat? Yes. Slight spoiler for the beginning of the film. He will come out of molten metal. He will be like inside like this little, like this big basin full of hot metal, you know, like in Terminator 2, one of those. And he will slowly crawl out of that. So he will completely first be like glowing because of the heat, but then it will slowly fade away. But these, maybe I can make them just glow in general. Maybe when he gets angry. That's actually a good idea. You know what? I'm gonna write it down. I have like this note for all my Maverick stuff, and I'm gonna add this to the maybe list. Tusk glowing when angry. Glowing. Awesome. Thanks for the idea. That's actually not too bad. That sounds dope. Oh, spoilers. Nice. That sounds dope. Yeah. I hope to get to use Liquigen for the whole molten metal thing. This will be definitely an interesting approach. Maybe I will need some help, Mandy, with some fluid simulations. Yeah, as I said before, Mandy is a Houdini artist, so maybe this will maybe I will need that, but not completely like doing all the fluids. But I saw that it's possible to, because Liquigen can't do like textures on the fluid, like some proper textures. But I saw someone use Houdini to actually kind of fake it, that the flowing movement is kind of transferred to the vectors of the fluid geometry, so that he could kind of use Houdini for that, so that it has like the structure that also flows with the actual fluid. But it's still some months, I think, before I get to that part. Damn, thought you were gonna say Houdini. Come to the dark side, we have cookies. Yeah, so I'm never gonna use Houdini, don't worry. That's that's a too dark side for me. But Ambergen and Liquidgen, that's still bright enough for me. 21 people actually watching. Welcome everybody. We are doing some fun stuff. We are very slow, and yes, I'm saying we because kind of see you as participants in this whole thing. Okay, which clamp should I use? Should I use 1, 2, or 3? They're very similar. It's actually not that interesting of a debate, but I mean, I think I'll just go with the first one because the shape is a little bit more interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah, overruled. So I'm gonna, oops, wrong one. Is it this one? Yeah, okay, so the other ones. By the way, this asset library is really, really cool. I can highly recommend if you wanna create very quickly some complex mechanical things. This is a really cool set. I can maybe also link it. Was it Arts? I think I bought them on ArtStation. Let's see. My library. Yeah, it was this one here. Why would you say such things? Why, hello, hey, Faulty Fuse, another Mega Man artist, 3D artist. Say hello to Fuse. He's also a regular here on the streams, and he also does awesome Mega Man fan art with the actual Mega Man. I'm avoiding doing Mega Man for now because I'm so terrified, but he's doing Mega Man actually pretty well. So yes, say hello to him. Okay, so these parts would be somewhere around here. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Just need to make sure that tasks don't get in the way. Ah, okay, we already have the first task problem. I can make them maybe go a little bit deeper, and the tasks can go a little bit higher maybe. Maybe this should be a little bit shorter. Just gonna try things out. Maybe something like this. Yeah, I like that. I'm actually working on a short film for my final school project this year, of this year's course. Anyway, wanting to reveal much yet, but it's gonna involve Impact Man, the goat. That's awesome. So like a full story that something is happening. That's pretty cool, and also like a big step up for like creating something like this. It's not an easy approach. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. When are you planning on releasing it? I think I need to use, should I use booleans for that? I think I need to. The geometry, I kept the geometry as simple as possible, and I don't want to already convert it into a proper mesh, because otherwise, yeah, it's very dense, and I want to still be able to like form his appearance as easily as possible. So that's why I keep it lightweight so far. Loving how Mammoth is coming about, by the way. Awesome, thanks a lot. I think I'm gonna keep this for now as it is. Just, oops. Yeah, but I still wanna create like this kind of shape here. So let's see. First, he needs some. Okay, so the shape flow is actually very different from what I have so far. I also have solidify. Yeah, it's basically a retelling of the plot of the game with an inspiration of the Archie comics. I think it should be done by June, I hope. The script is done and the tasks are all set up. Whoa, awesome. It sounds like you have a proper plan for the whole thing. So that's awesome. Is everything facing the right? Wait. Oh. Sure. Yeah, like this. So, okay, I have an idea, but for that, I'll move these a little bit up. And these all will go inside, so like this. Because he also has the slider, this little part where everything goes inside, and this border will. I'm gonna shade it mark sharp. Oh, there are some little icons next to the edge crease, bevel, and mark sharp. Interesting. I think that's an interesting approach to the UI, to have finally icons. Whoa. Wait, but it's not in the shading for some reason. Should I crease it maybe? Like this. But that's a little bit too much. I think I need to actually make it proper geometry like this. Yeah, I like that. Let's see how this here all looks. This looks, well, this looks horrible because of the solidify. Now I'm gonna leave the solidify for now. But these need to be sharp. I actually don't have any like deadline today, so I think I'm gonna go for from now on an hour still. So I hope that's okay for everyone. It should be good. Let's see. So I would love to have this kind of edge here, but I'm not sure where to put it. Maybe I could take this here and kind of like put it outwards. Would that work? It doesn't look really good. Blender gives me nightmares. Yeah, that's okay by me. Yeah, it can sometimes, but it's still the best thing that happened to me recently, like career and hobby wise, because it gave me so much new, like a new passion. It opened up a new world for me. It gave me back like the spark of creativity, and it introduced me to like this great community of people, and I got so many new friends, so many new people that I got to meet, and also a new kind of career. So that's awesome. So it's worth the nightmare part sometimes, I think. So let's see. Also like these parts here, but they have some mechanical use inside, I think, so I can't use them right now. But I think, yeah, the shape is the main thing for me. Okay, I think I need to see it properly, like with shading. One of the first things that I actually do is put the realistic materials on a character to just get the feel for the character a little bit better, and I think it's actually okay as it is. I don't know what I also like to do is just put like random bolts everywhere that makes everything a little bit more kind of manufactured. So which bolt should I use, or screws? Some thick ones, maybe these ones here. So, oh, they're too deep. Right here. Copy. Boop. And I think I'm gonna use this material. Yeah, it's fine for now. 3D is just so much fun. Being able to find a solution for a challenge is just so satisfying. 100%, yeah. Making 3D is basically just challenge, solution, satisfaction. Challenge, solution, satisfaction. Over and over again. This is like this really great feedback loop that constantly like gives you this nice feeling. Oh, I've done something awesome. It looks cool. Yeah, awesome. I also love finding lazy ways of doing things. Oh, that's my complete approach to the whole thing. Yeah, 100%. So let's see how we can still like kind of enhance this. Now, you know what? Those actually look like buttons. He looks like he has like this jacket, and there are those buttons in the chest area. That's actually a little bit too much. Maybe they need to be smaller, I think. So let's see. And I still don't know what will be here. Some kind of chest plate that connects both parts. You know what? Let's see what we can find for this. So I can chill penguins idea. Yeah. Challenge, solve, dopamine. Exactly. Something like this. Long connectors, grids, hinges. Maybe here's something. These look cool, but they have, I think, this is no, this is too much. Something more flat. This maybe. No. Totally. Also, what makes me happy is to create tools that are actually useful to artists. Yeah, we actually talked about this. This is so cool. Whenever I see my tools in a colleague setup, it makes me so happy. That's really something. Yeah, I really admire the skill of creating actually tools that help other people. I'm just basically using a ton of tools by other people, and I'm super thankful for that, for having the ability to just use someone's ideas, and they make my life so much easier. Is there something I could use as a connector? Oh wait, actually few cool tools. Oh, I like this one here. But this will again look like a jacket. Okay, it already looks like a jacket when I do it like this. Although, okay, less than I thought, and I think I will get rid of the these bolts here. But I think I could use this. Like that. Yeah, I think that works. And I'll also get the material. I always add an extra Easter egg. Oh, really? An Easter egg to them. They have a button which creates a cake. Every different tool creates a different type of cake. Are you serious? That's amazing. Is the button also labeled cake, or is it just something else? And they, I wonder what this button does. Mammoth with a jacket will look hella cool. Now that I'm thinking about it. Backstory is because my favorite colleague loves cake and he felt a little bit down for a while. Thought it was a fun idea to cheer him up. That's so cool. And did it work? I'm pretty sure it worked. Okay, I still need some ideas for the shape to make it more interesting. Now also these get the colors. By the way, these shaders are just for now. These are not final. I would just need something to see how it looks later on. Do you want the tusk symmetrical or asymmetrical? Oh, interesting approach to have them asymmetrical. Maybe asymmetrical actually. So far they are symmetrical because they're both instances, so they look the same. But asymmetrical would be a little bit more realistic, right? I like that idea of having them being asymmetrical. So wait, let me just quickly. Maybe one's a little shorter. You know what? Okay, no, I'm just gonna keep them symmetrical for now, but I think I will break off the tip of one tusk in the final film, because in the final film he's after fighting X, so he needs some damage on his body. So having one tusk actually broken off, like maybe like up until this point here, might be cool. So then they will be asymmetrical, but for now I'm gonna leave them as they are. But yes, that's actually a good idea. Yes. So wait, yes to what? You labeled the button cake or you didn't label it. Okay, you know what? I need some more inspiration to the body, so now I'm gonna add more images that have some kind of look at this, for example. This is so freaking cool. Fortunately, I don't know whose work that is, but just overall the kind of appeal and the language, the form language, is really, really cool. Maybe they can also be some parts that are welded back together from all the fights. That's a great idea. Like some scars, right? That's a good idea, yeah. Yeah, so I thought of making his armor a little bit more angular, not super round. So I think I'm just gonna try to do that. Yeah, okay, I like this. Let me see. First quickly move it this, or move it, yeah, just to see how it looks like. Okay, I like this part actually. This one, on the other hand, doesn't work that well, so I think I'm gonna move this back. Yeah, I like this one. Just realized, I can't believe I didn't remember this, but Flame Mammoth doesn't actually have tusks. Exactly. But Burn and Numander, basically upgrading Rockman X Mega Mission, does. Oh, that's probably this guy here. Let me just quickly... I found... Was it this one? Yeah. Do you mean this guy? The more you know. Yeah. But I didn't know where this image was from, so it's from a Rockman X Mega Mission. Okay, what is that? Is it like a spin-off game or something? And I actually also like this pipe here, or this hose that's coming from the arm cannon. I think I will take that idea. Yeah, this one. Also, his ears are like, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Yeah. Okay, I have more reference images actually here. So I'm gonna quickly show you some of my references. So what I also like to do is when I go on holiday or see somewhere where there is a construction site, I just take photos of these things, and I actually like this one here. It's just like a simple shape, but still it somehow has this construction kind of feeling. And I always try to like analyze it. Why does it look like it belongs on a construction site? I mean, obviously the dirt and everything, but for example, this little part here with the hinges, with some bolts, then it's bent out here. It looks as if people actually made it. Or these parts here that don't fit well together, but there's some holes, stuff like that. I love it. Oh yeah, things like this here. So my like when I go on holiday, my holiday folder is like full of holiday pictures with my girlfriend and me and the scenery, but sometimes also things like this. Yeah, so this part I especially like, with those vents. So this, I could see him having that on his back as like a special vent, but also his ears could look something like this. You know what? His ears having these kind of gaps, and then those lines here that kind of suggest like an exhaust. This is actually not a bad idea, I think. Yeah, I'll think about this one also. Yeah, also this kind of... Okay, so here I like this one especially because of the shapes here. Like those angular shapes combined with some round and fluent parts, and how everything like fits together, but also these parts here. I especially like those little... Oh, you can't actually see my cursor, I just saw. Oh, when I move, so I'm using a pen, and the mouse actually doesn't move when I use my pen. My mouse actually on my screen moves, but on the stream it doesn't move. That's weird. Okay, so I'm gonna use my mouse. Yeah, so I like this angular shapes here. Okay, now it's showing. Combined with this fluent like flow, but also these little things here. This I like a lot. I think I should incorporate something like this here. Yeah, also a gap, just a gap, but I like it. I thought about having this also be part of his... What was I thinking? I thought about giving... Oh, the tip of his trunk could look like this. Also more construction things. So these parts are actually also pretty cool. Also like a vent kind of thing. I like this mechanism. Here's a lot going on. And this is also pretty cool for inspiration. Cardist. It's a brand of card vending machine produced by Bandai. It's also used as a generic term giving to the collectible cards sold by these machines. Oh. Take pictures of machinery. I take pictures of animals, and my mom takes pictures of benches. That's perfect. Yeah, apparently everyone has some kind of weird hobby that they do with taking pictures. Radiator ears would be on the brand for an elephant. Yeah, seriously. Dimniko is our elephant. What? In Russia, there's an expression, our elephant. Like you're of our own. Oh, interesting. Well, I take that as a compliment. That's awesome. Yeah, so this machine is a bit more angular, so I'm not sure how this fits well with the design overall, but there are some interesting parts here and there. Also, yeah, with his face, with the skull, I used actually this kind of a little bit as a reference. This is from Judge Dredd from the 90s movie. One of the guys. He has such a cool design. Yeah, also this guy is really cool. Oh yeah, I forgot that I had him also, because he has a very similar... Oh yeah, there's also the... let me quickly... He has a very similar like mix of old and new tech, and I like this a lot, so I wanted to use him for sure. Oh, what I also did, I used AI to create a realistic version of Flame Mammoth, just to see how it would look like. But it's very close to the original, and I definitely won't go into this direction. But there are also like some variants that I created for inspiration, and yeah, nothing really went into the direction that I wanted to go. But just as a vibe check, that was good actually. I like the big like dishes as ears. It's fun. What I liked was, where is this guy? Oh yeah, here's the Judge Dredd robot. This looks so cool. I remember the Judge Dredd one. Yeah, fun movie, scary robot. Yeah. My version of it is taking pictures of ice crystals. Okay, that's awesome that everybody has their own little picture weird kind of, I don't know, hobby. That's really cool. Yeah, I love his design because it's kind of cartoony but still super realistic. And this is also kind of the approach that I want to take design-wise with my robots. So having this kind of main design element, so the outer shell is the part that makes up his design overall, but there are all those little gaps and open parts that show the inner workings, like here, well, again, like here, those, and especially here. These almost look like muscles that go inside. I really like that one. I might use something of this. Yeah, but what I wanted to use mostly is this guy here. So let's drop in here. Oh, also, yeah, Cherno Alpha from the robot movie. What's it called? Damn it, Pacific Rim. Jesus, he has such a cool design. I really love it. That moment was like Mickey Mouse. Yeah. Thought about redesigning that auto-locking minibus from Sting Chameleon stage. Oh, that's a question? Thought about redesigning that auto-locking minibus from Sting. I think I can show you something. You mean, what was it called? RJ55 or something? Well, I already RT55J. I already had him in episode 3. It was just an Easter egg. This guy, right? Yeah, so I created him once, but only his upper half for the episode to put him like just in a corner somewhere. He's on when you see the last shot, that's where you see him, on the left-hand side. Or I missed that, yeah. So yeah, that's my version basically. But as I said, without feet. Because they are not seen in the final film, so yeah, I just put him like this. Yeah, so Cherno Alpha, also really cool design, also very angular and maybe a little bit more sci-fi than I actually want mine to be. So where's this guy? I wanted to. Boop. Here he is. Yeah, I like this one especially because you can see how he's made out of multiple parts put together. For example, here. There's one part of this lower chest, and there's this middle part, then there are those here, this, everything. His whole like collar and neck area is one gigantic different part, actually, a different kind of metal. So I like that a lot, and I always try to think of that like, okay, you don't need to, not everything needs to be like one part. It can also be multiple parts put together. And this is one thing that I'm still struggling to this day, is to come up with interesting shapes and like kind of like a design language when it comes to hard surfaces. I always struggle with that, and I don't know how to approach that properly. But yeah, it's just whenever I ask someone, they always say, look at references. And I do that constantly, but it's still hard. Oh, I like his little legs here. Those little supports left and right. Yeah, so this is actually pretty cool. I like that color thing, so I think I'm gonna also make that here. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. Is it actually connected? Yeah, that is. So this will be a separate part. Gonna switch to Eevee. Let's see how fast it's going. Usually Eevee is I think it's because of the procedural materials. It's slower actually than Cycles, but no, it's working well here. Just let it load quickly. I'll compile the shaders. Do I actually have Vulkan on? I should have. Okay, still compiling. Yeah, so my procedural materials are actually pretty complicated, so that it takes some time for them to compile. I'm gonna head to bed now. Thank you for the stream, and I'm super excited about your new film. It's already going awesome. Thanks a lot. Have a good night, and thanks for stepping by. And also, thanks for the chat earlier. Cool. I had a short about a feudal lord who was obsessed with snow crystals that he drew hundreds of them in a book. Thought I'd tell you. That's awesome. So first let's take that material, and I'm just gonna... I like actually creating like circular stuff because it's so easy. You can just go like this, then you... Oh, wait. It's mirrored. I think I don't need the mirror. Press it to select it. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Maybe not too much, like this. And then we can move things around like this. Does it look weird? That kind of looks weird, right? Can't be too thick or too wide. also subdivision modifier. That's why it's looking like super like very smooth. I'll leave that for now. Yes, I'd also like to maybe break up the material here. Okay, and create some connectors here. So first of all, let's crease this one here. And what I like to do is, and I did that already with the last model from the Bumakwanga. Hey, great duck. Keep up the great work. Thanks a lot. I'm trying. Okay, so first go in here. Maybe create another thing here. Let's make that a separate object. And then I'm gonna take this and move that a little bit outwards with Alt-S. And yeah, that gives it like this overlap. And then I can create put some bolts in, and I can also create like those little gaps where bolts can go in, so that there is, again, this manufactured kind of feel. But I think I still need to move them a little bit more outwards. But I can't forget that they also have thickness in the end, so let's put in a solidify. Yeah, but something like this. And then I can, for example, take this part here, extrude it, and then we'll have this kind of part that actually connects to the whole thing. Oh, there's also, oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so this could go like this. It kind of hugs this form here. And then I add more screws, for example. This should be like thicker bolts, so I think I could use these here. Yeah, to add something like this. Whoop, still needs to be a little closer. Like that. Maybe adding in some dents could help as well. Oh, so like unintentional ones, like damage, or yeah, dents in general. That's a good idea. Have some, or not dents, but vents. So in general, when you would build a machine that is made to withstand lots amounts of heat and fire and smoke and everything, it needs to be like ventilated to the max, right? So it actually needs a lot of ventilation. So I think I can't go really too soft on the ventilation, so I think should maybe create something like something like this. So it makes it a little bit more interesting. And we have these parts here, so that's cool, but he also needs another part here. That is also attached to this one. Yeah, I like that. And slowly but surely we get into more interesting shapes. So when we started, it looks already way better than when we started. Hey, Blake Davis, I just wanted to pop in and say I love your work. Thank you very much. I'm 41 now, but watching your videos make me feel like I was 13 playing the X series for the first time. Awesome. Thank you very much. That's you are my perfect demographic, because I'm also 44 and this was also my one of my favorite games back then, and working on it also makes me feel like I'm a child again and playing those for the first time. So, but imagine having that all the time. So that's awesome to hear. Thanks a lot. Okay, so maybe okay, I could create a dent, but in a different sense. I think also on this side here, what I can do is first do that, then inside it, but then move this one back again like this to have something like this here. 42. Hey, awesome. Okay, I kind of see like a thin red line through this whole topic of guys getting older, holding to their childhood like it's the last thing that's keeping them young. This is our safe space, so you're welcome, guys. Okay, so I would probably need something like this here. Oh yes, perfect. To make it a little bit more angular, and then I can go with that and go a little bit further inside. Inside we still have some space here, so that's good. So like this, for example. It serves no purpose whatsoever. Okay, now we're talking. 39, 33. To give a good quote, as long as you carry your childhood with you, you'll never grow old. That's perfect. That's really perfect. That's something not the quote itself, but the mindset is something that I try to keep as much as possible to not to grow too old and too serious and too boring and too grumpy. Although I definitely see myself becoming more grumpy with age because of the world. But still, yeah, I definitely try to keep that childhood-like feeling as much as possible. I mean, for fuck's sake, I have a lot of figurines printed of my childhood memories, so I have no choice but to be a child and just keep that intact. Hi, the world, yeah. So let's see this. This already looks cool. I actually like that. When you're doing the small steps over and over, you don't really see it, but the difference, so when we check out my first render, look, there's already improvement. It's less boring. There are some interesting kind of shapes and decisions made in the manufacturing. So yeah, we're getting there. I think this is still a little bit too wide. This and this. I think I need to, yeah, this part doesn't really look super great. So let's try to change that a little bit. Maybe it's not too bad, but still, you know what? I think it's this one here needs to go. Or no, that's actually good. This one needs to go more up like this. Yeah, but there's something going on here. So, oh yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but still. It hugs the other part, kind of. So like, it's great that you make you finally making another Mavericks film. Yeah, exactly. I was missing the process. So, and I have all these ideas and these stories in my head that I finally want to see on the screen. So that's just one way to get that. Also, I have so this story for this film I have already in my head. The next one will be Chill Penguin, by the way. And this story changed over time a lot. I actually had one idea that I loved, but then I don't know why, but I had this different idea. And then I thought about it. Okay, could that work? What would happen? And then I thought about it more and more and more. And suddenly this way better kind of storytelling was created that I'm now looking forward to creating. This will be really cool. So this one will be probably more similar to the last one in terms of like vibe. It will be a little bit more happening, action. It will be shorter for sure. It will be probably like 3 minutes, but it will be a little bit more, yeah, powerful. The Chill Penguin episode will be, well, the name says it, a little bit more chill. More in terms of, more similar to the Sting Chameleon episode. It will be a little bit more emotional. It will be a little bit like slower paced, but it won't be like boring anything. It will be like a little mystery. Okay, I can definitely say that. It will be a little mystery episode. And okay, because we're here in a little safe space, I can say that probably for the 7th episode, so this will be episode 6, for episode 7, we will get a glimpse of X. We won't see him fully, but we will probably, don't quote me on that, this is still a work in progress, but I'm thinking of showing a little bit of X, just a part of him. But I'm still working on it, so maybe this won't happen. And for Armadillo, for the 8th episode, I have a great idea that will be both like emotional, but also there will be an action sequence. But then will be again a very gut-wrenching emotional like moment, and it will probably have a great ending when I when everything works out. So look forward to everything. And then we have, so then we're at episode 8, then 8 is done, and then will come the final episodes. And for those, I already have the music tracks, I already have the story for 9, 10, and 11. And ideas for 12, and I probably will be even for 13. Yeah. So this will be interesting. And episode 9 will obviously have X, so I already said that many times. In episode 9 we will probably properly see X and what he's been up to. There will be some, I think I will show some flashbacks of what he's been doing the whole time. And episode 10 will be a secret one. I can't say anything about it because that would be awesome. I will keep that under wraps until the episode comes out. Episode 11 will be the most action-packed for sure. That will be a huge challenge, but I'm looking forward to it. I already have the music track in my head. Not in my head, I already have the music track. And everything that's playing in my head while the music is going. It's going to be so awesome. But yeah, now I made you drool all over your keyboards, but this will take a long time, so don't hold your breath. So what did I miss? Yeah, Faulty Fuse is 21, but he can still relate. Awesome. I love to get a 3D printer if I could afford it and just print out old PS1 models. Yeah, that would be cool. But I mean, okay, Zy3, I'm not sure how old you are and how much money you earn, or if any, and in what country you are, because it all obviously depends on what country it is. But the printer that I have here, so I can actually show you. So I have this one here. That's the Bamboo Lab A1 Mini. This is, as you can see, it's just like this big. It's super small. It prints 18 by 18 by 18 centimeters, and it costs, I think currently it's even on sale. So if for a 3D printer, it's super cheap. Let me just quickly check. Bamboo Lab A1 Mini is currently Black Week and stuff like this, so maybe there is a sale for that one. Let's see. Just wanna see. So currently it's on sale and it's 179 euros, which is so cheap. So for a 3D printer, they are usually like 300-400 upwards. This one, first of all, I can highly recommend this one. Yeah, so they have a Black Friday deal currently going. You can share the link. And for a 3D printer, for a quality 3D printer, this is a really, really good printer. So the quality itself of the prints is amazing, but also the printer itself, how it's manufactured and everything, and how you use it is so easy, the software and everything. So I can highly recommend this one if you want to get into 3D printing. So yeah, I can definitely recommend this one. It's now, okay, 20 euros off because of the Black Friday deal. But even without, just 200 euros for a 3D printer is insanely cheap. Yeah, so that's my recommendation. Hey, Mega Man X. Oh, Faulty is here, just realized. Do you think this sunken end plate area would look good if it's the same color as the face plate? Oh, interesting thought. So you mean this part here? If that would be a... Oh, do you mean the whole plate here? I think you mean just this part here. I'm not sure if just this part would be good. Let's see. Tippy Tappy bounces. Oh, I've been waiting for so long for Armadillo, my favorite Maverick. Yeah, he'll have the 8th episode, so you have to wait a little bit longer. I'm excited for all these awesome episodes. I'm looking forward to it. A big fan of safety wiring for little added detail. Safety wiring? Wait, what do you mean exactly by safety wiring? To Google that again. Oh, safety wiring. Okay, I see. Ooh, interesting. So putting like a thread through bolts and wiring them together so that they can't get loose, probably. That's the reason why, right? Oh, interesting. Okay, 39 said but Alice live of poverty and bad luck. Technically failed YouTube channel of 20 years. Oh shit. I'm sorry to hear that. What country are you from? Z3. Z3? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Okay, let's see. So different color, yeah. So what I realized for a different project once, that it is always good to have other parts made out of different materials to be in there. Currently he's all metal, and that's kind of, it makes him a little bit boring and not very unique in terms of like, or I don't know how to say it, but it makes him a little bit like flat. Everything is just metal and that's it. But having like some rubber parts or some plastic, some wires and tubes and stuff like this, and other materials breaks up the monotony. This one has actually almost also all metal, which is the opposite of what I just said, but there are also other examples that I can maybe find. Yeah, this one, for example. So this is a machine, but as you can see here, oh, here you can see my cursor. Okay, awesome. It's almost all metal, but then you have those still metal, but kind of different parts, shiny parts. Then you have those hoses here, and then you, for example, this parts and these also that break up the monotonous kind of look and feel of just metal. So I like that a lot. Also, yes, stickers and stuff like that always helps. Yeah, so they don't come loose. Okay, awesome. I'm from the frozen north, Sweden. Hey, that's my luck. Had I been America, I'd be dead. Whoa, okay. Mandy is also from Sweden. So where from Sweden are you? So Mandy is a German person, but she currently lives in Sweden, which is really cool. And she is already sharing all her like snowy images. That's really, really cool. It looks beautiful currently where she's living. Okay, so I think this is a good place to stop now, because I realized that I'm just like looking for answers, looking for something to break up the design, but I can't just really think straight right now. So I'm just leave it as it is, because so far I'm happy with the result. So this already looks cool. Let's put that trunk on him, and the tusks. That's already a mammoth. Okay, let's see with the old head. Let's, just for fun, let's take his ears. Are these just two objects? Okay, I'm gonna put them in the new collection. So the trunk is on. The ears, I will just replace the colors with the proper ones. So gray metal will be what is it called? Metal Master Gray. And I have also orange. Yeah, just to have like this kind of first peek at what he might look like. The middle part with all the forests, Dalarna, it's very pretty. Oh, that's awesome. I've been to Sweden a few times, and yeah, it's really beautiful. Friends of us had actually like a holiday home for a week, or I think so, and we visited them there because we came from a trip from the North Cape down and went straight down through the middle of Sweden and visited them. A lot of forests, but it was really beautiful. He looks very proper with his jacket and clean ironed trunk. Yeah. It's gonna look sick once this is done. Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, this looks actually pretty cool. You know what? I'm just gonna also copy the material. It's all the same gray material, so it's nothing fancy. But yeah, this is kind of the elephant. Oh, mammoth. Sorry, he's not elephant. He would be super mad when I called him elephant. Also, I like these procedural materials. I'm so happy that I've put time into that so to create some of those, because this is doing all the work for me. I don't have to do anything. But I see that the edgeware doesn't work properly as it should. So let's see what's going on. Oh, it's a little bit too strong. I think I need to tone it down. Where is it? There it is. Oh, the material is not the right one. Oh, that's a super old shader that I'm still using. Well, it's still working, but I have other, yeah, okay, like this maybe, that there is some bright metal underneath. Maybe not too bright, or a dark one. No, I think bright is good. And can make the edgeware a little bit stronger. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. Okay, yeah, so I think this could work. Hello, I'm watching from Japan. Oh, that's awesome. A long way. I'm a fan of your art. Thank you for bringing my beloved characters back to life in the modern era. That's awesome to hear. Thank you very much that you're watching my work from Japan. That's really cool. Isn't it super late in Japan? Oh no, it's very early, I think, right? It's currently, yeah, it's in the morning. Yeah, it's almost midnight here, so unfortunately it came a little late. I'm already packing up, but still, this is really cool that I have also people in Japan that like my work. So yeah, thanks a lot for stopping by. When do you think you could stream again? I don't know. Let me check. So what I've heard from other people is that the weekend works for most people. Maybe next week again, either Saturday or Sunday, I think. Let me know which days actually work for you. For me, actually, during the week is better than the weekend. It's just so happened that my girlfriend is out of town this weekend, so I have so I didn't have any plans. But usually during the week is better for me, especially Monday, Wednesday, and yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays are the better days for me. but I do them mostly on Saturdays because I heard that people like watching them on the weekend rather than during the week. But yeah, you tell me. I like to stream again, but I also realized that the streams, I can't really be very efficient and very fast in creating something. So when I do a stream, it won't be to get further through a project. It needs to be more for fun, which is actually the right reason I'm doing it right now. It's just for fun. I don't want to get on with it, but when I have time, I rather want to get things done. So yeah, it's a little tricky for my like head and time management kind of thing, but it's yeah, we'll see. Tell me what days work best for you guys. Maybe I'll do one on Wednesday, next Wednesday, maybe Saturday. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing something on that I have planned for next Saturday. We'll see. But I'll let you know. Please follow my channel. Please follow me on YouTube and on Instagram and on Twitter and on all the social medias. The more the better. Please buy my course, which is currently on sale, 30% off. I just need to be, again, make that shout out to my mechanical rigging course. And other than that, I would probably say now goodbye. Thanks for watching. Not gonna lie, it's cool to see people from around the world enjoying your work, and all it gives me a small hope in humanity a bit. Yeah, true. Yeah, okay, so take a last. Thanks for the cool stream. I just followed you on Blue Sky. Hey, awesome. Thank you very much. I don't use Blue Sky that often, but I'm still there and I'm still posting stuff there regardless if it brings any traction or not. I don't really care. Yeah, so take a good look at him last time, and then it's me again. Cool. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it that you all enjoy my work so much. This like pushes me even more to create more stuff like that, because I see it like first like directly here with the chat that people enjoy my work, and not just like indirectly through posting and some comments coming in. This is like a real interaction, which I really love. So thanks a lot. This now gave me even more of a motivation to keep going with this model. So thank you very much. Other than that, yeah, if you'd like to support me, please join my Patreon. There I am planning on like creating like a, not documentary, but I'm planning on documenting the whole process of this next episode. So once a week, maybe every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm still not sure, I will post my progress. I will show you my thought process, my ups and downs, why I did what I did. So all the documentation of the process will be there. So if you'd like to join me on this journey, then please head over to Patreon and maybe consider supporting me there. Then you'll get this as a bonus. Obviously, everything else that is also accumulated there over the last 2 years, you get there with your membership. But yeah, that's the newest thing that I'm doing on Patreon. So if you'd like to see that and support me a little bit, that would be cool. Other than that, yeah, just follow me on everything, and then we are all good. Okay, cool. It's cool that you all have been here. So, okay, I'm gonna now stop blabbering. Thank you very much for joining. Have a good night, have a good day wherever you are, and see you in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.